Welcome to Module 2 application of Differentiating Project-Based and Problem-Based Learning by Sherri Ballard. PBL is a commonly used acronym used in education today. Confusion often occurs because the initials PBL can actually refer to different approaches that have similarities and differences. When educators use the term PBL, are they referring to problem-based learning or project-based learning? The definitions gathered from several sources indicate the similarities. According to Paziker, both learning systems incorporate open-ended questions or tasks, authentic applications of content and skills, build 21st century competencies, and emphasize student independence and inquiry. According to Hickey, students researching complex and challenging real-world issues through inquiry-based learning, use of knowledge across the curriculum, and 21st century skills. In other words, both approaches are forms of active learning meant to engage students by presenting an authentic real-world problem to be resolved. Both approaches call for collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, and the communication skills of the students. When examining a problem-based learning, is generally of a shorter time period, centered on one subject or topic, and students are presented with a case study or a scenario for which they will have to present a proposal for the solution. When looking at project-based learning, there's generally an end product in mind, and it lends itself to a multidisciplinary approach where students may need to practice literacy skills to write articles or make media presentations. These can generally span a longer period and during an entire unit of study. To better demonstrate the differences between project-based and problem-based learning, we can examine student learning outcomes through both approaches. In the 5th grade, the Common Core State Standards in math focus on topics such as student ability to measure in volume and converting of fractions. Based on these objectives, Based on these standards, student learning objectives could be written. For the purpose of illustrating this point, the student learning outcome could be that all students will be able to convert the ingredients in a recipe to accommodate a larger number of guests. In preparing to teach both ways, problem-based learning versus project-based learning, for problem-based learning could be simply having students learn how to and then explain how to convert the ingredients in a recipe. Could be over the course of 2 days that students would research how to convert fractions for the ingredients. Project-based learning could take it to the step farther of having students rewrite the recipe by converting the ingredients in a recipe, or presenting students with the situation of having more guests than their recipes call for. In reality, if the goal is to have students who can work collaboratively, think creatively and critically about issues and communicate their findings, then both approaches are applicable. In some ways, problem-based learning could be considered a subset of project-based, as pointed out by Larimer in his 2013 blog post. There are often a series of problems that need to be researched along the way in creating a project. For this example, this project could extend over the course of the unit where smaller problems could be presented along the way for students, engaging them into planning a party and the different pieces applicable. Thank you.